Mr. Peterson's lab report, and is also through cross-examination, in the opening of envelopes with Lieutenant Liedall, placed issues as far as the manner in which those hairs were maintained in evidence at issue as well. So Mr. Cruz has made hairs kind of a central part of the early part of this trial, which I think leads to a situation where the state is almost compelled in certain ways to address that issue, and we would do so through the testimony of Mr. Larry Peterson. It would essentially be rebuttal type evidence. I think the law on this indicates that rebuttal evidence can be evidence that's presented in response to assertions made by defense counsel, particularly through cross-examination. Obviously, we would still have the Daubert hearing that we would need to hear. I know that we try to get as many things done before trial as possible. We did not think this was going to be an issue because we took Mr. Cruz's Daubert motion to mean that he was not necessarily going to get into hair analysis either. But I mean, I think as it applies to any party in a trial, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you're going to get into a certain body of evidence, then the other side has an opportunity to respond from that same body of evidence. And I think that's the situation we're in now. We're trying to connect with Mr. Peterson to be here hopefully around midday in an effort to make him available to address this issue this evening / late afternoon as well regarding a Daubert motion. I believe that that's all the preliminary issues that the state has, but if I could have a moment to confer with Mr. Bolton. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all we have this morning.
And I just have a question. Mr. Peterson is on your full witness list. Is that right?
Yes, Mr. Peterson is on the state's full witness list. And he is also actually noticed on the defense's witness list. So I would say that as well. The defense has placed this individual on their witness list.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Cruz. Any response to that or response to having to do some motions late in the day or anything else?
Sure. So in regards to, and good morning, Your Honor. In regards to Ms. Lacone's Daubert motion or Daubert hearing, I have no issue with that. I do want to make sure I understand the state's argument in regards to Mr. Larry Peterson. As the Honorable Court is aware, I believe in our Daubert motion I provided law as well as some articles from the FBI just regarding and I don't know if he's doctor, but just in case, Dr. Peterson's findings. As I stated in opening, the purpose of the hairs is what law enforcement knew at the time this investigation was going on. But I also stated in opening that the science has been deemed unreliable. The reason we brought it up was because at that time they knew. So it actually just went to the investigation, not the scientific validity of the hairs themselves. We're just going to what law enforcement, at least at that time, had been aware of. Ultimately, later, we know that Dr. Peterson's findings, they have no scientific basis as far as identifying a particular person. So as far as Dr. Peterson, we would stand by our Daubert motion, Honorable Court, and we would do whatever the Honorable Court would like us to do in regards to same.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Cruz. Well, we will have the Daubert hearing based on your motion. And obviously, you can make whatever argument you need to and cross-examine this person. And we'll just have the hearing like we're supposed to. So we'll do it. And we'll do it after the jury leaves for today.
Well, I would ask this. Due to the notice being today, may I have until tomorrow to prepare for the hearing? I don't have anything related to Dr. Peterson with me here today.
Well, let me ask the state a few things about all of that. You wanted the court to hear the Daubert motion with regard to the other witness today because that person needs to be able to leave and go back, I assume. Is that right?
That's correct,
Okay.
Your Honor.
What is your position with regard to Dr. Peterson? Is he coming from out of state or anything like that?
I think it's just Mr. Peterson.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
not 100% certain, not that it matters for purposes of this discussion, Your Honor, but I would say that he isn't coming from out of state.
Okay.
He is a very seasoned witness, I guess would be a good way to talk about age without talking about age. And then we do have him in hotel accommodations for this evening, given that it may be into the late afternoon. We're hoping to do it this afternoon so that maybe Ms. Lycon and Mr. Peterson could both testify tomorrow, at least to give us a chance of that. But obviously, we leave it in the court's discretion as to when to schedule the Daubert hearing. And so that's our statement on that.
All right, thank you. I do think having the Daubert motion this afternoon with regard to the other witness is appropriate, given what you said about her needing to go out of town. But I'm going to grant Mr. Cruz's request to give him time, and the state time if you need it, obviously, to prepare for that. So we're going to have the Daubert motion with regard to Mr. Peterson tomorrow morning at 8:30. And if I need to bring the jury in at 9:30, I'll make that decision later today. I'd prefer to start at 9 because we're going to leave early, but we'll have it at 8:30 tomorrow morning. And that will be for Mr. Peterson. So I'll see you all at 8:30 and Mr. Peterson at 8:30. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. Hey, Mr. Cruz, anything else? All right. Thank you. I'm going to ask our bailiff. Where's Miss Linda? Oh, come on. Oh, there you go. I'm sitting down. I didn't see you over there. Can you knock on the door and see if they are ready with their, thank you. In the state of Georgia versus Edrick Faust, SU 24CR0547. Is the state ready to proceed?
State's ready, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. State may call their witness, and we have a continuing witness, I believe, from yesterday. Is that correct?
Ashley Hall.
Thank you. If you could get Ashley Hall, please. Mr. Cruz, you have the floor.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Mrs. Peavy Hall. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you so much for asking. Between us breaking yesterday and you testifying now, has any attorney spoken to you about this case, your testimony?
I talked to the DA this morning for a little bit.
Okay. Your Honor, I have a motion.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have you go back into the jury room. I'll see you in a moment. Please don't discuss the... You all may be seated. Yes, sir.
Sure. Before I get into the motion, may I ask Mrs. Peavy Hall some questions about the conversations that she had with these? Can you tell the Honorable Court about your discussions with the state?
He was just reassuring me about coming in today and said I was okay from yesterday and just I keep telling the truth like I'm doing.
Okay. Did he talk to you about your testimony in any way?
He just said I did a good job. That's all.
Okay. Did he say anything about how you should answer my questions?
He did not. He just said just be truthful like I've been doing.
Okay. Did he ask you to review anything?
No.
Okay. Excellent. And if I haven't asked you a specific question, just in general, well, specifically, excuse me, who spoke to you? Let me ask that question.
Chris did.
Okay. And what did Mr. Bowden say exactly?
Objection, asked and answered.
Sustained.
Okay, sure. Based on what Mrs. Peavy Hall has stated, the only thing I would request at this time, Your Honor, is just to instruct the state that once a witness is under oath, neither party, myself or the state, is to speak with them in any manner until they finish their testimony or before the testimony starts.
Thank you. Any response from the state?
I'm not aware of any rule that prohibits that. So, I don't know
Well, I agree with the state. There isn't any rule that prohibits what you have elicited from this witness. I think both parties realize they can't talk to a witness about their testimony in any specifics in that way. That has not been shown, so I'm not going to give that instruction. I think both parties are aware of the law. All right. Thank you. If you'll bring the jury back out, please. Thank you. All right, you all may be seated. Thank you. Mr. Cruz, you have the floor.
Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Peavy Hall, I believe we left off yesterday just discussing how Ms. Baker was with intimate details about her life. I believe we left off yesterday. I think the last question that I asked you is that when you were speaking to law enforcement, you said that there were certain things that Ms. Baker wouldn't share with anyone. Is that correct?
That would be correct with regards to her relationship. That would be something between her and her partner.
Okay. And is it fair to say that Ms. Baker was not the type of person to share really intimate and private details about her life?
When it came to her partner, yes.
Now, would you agree that Ms. Baker was a down-to-earth person?
Yes.
Outgoing,
Yes.
fun, funny?
Yes.
Okay. She was in a sorority?
Yes.
And even while in law school, which you would agree is very tense, is that correct?
Yes, I agree.
She would still find time to go out, have cocktails, hang out with you?
Not very often.
Okay.
Like I said, we were extremely busy at that time. We might try to get to a Georgia game, but it's definitely not like what undergrad was like at all. You might see a friend real quick after class, but you don't go out like you would in college.
I believe your exact statement to law enforcement was you leave class, get a cocktail, then go home and study. Is that fair?
Not every day, but sometimes.
Ms. Baker also had a friend circle. Were you aware of her friend circle?
Yes.
Okay. And there were times when Ms. Baker would go out with a gentleman by the name of Steve, who was an attorney?
Well, she would go out with the law office, and Steve was part of that.
Okay. And Ms. Lauren Sherling as well?
Yes.
Had Ms. Baker spoken with you about Steve the lawyer?
She did.
Mr. Cruz, why is that relevant?
Just discussing her friend group, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to overrule the motion and allow you to continue, Mr. Cruz.
Yes, ma'am. And I believe you stated this on direct, but I just want to make sure I'm clear. So just to make sure I'm 100% clear, the day before Ms. Baker's passing, which would have been the 18th, you were leaving home for the night. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And you informed Ms. Baker that you would not be home that night. Is that right?
I did.
And you stated that she began cutting up, saying she was going to be alone for the night. Do you recall making that statement?
Yes, we were sitting there just talking and cutting up about the week and what was coming up that weekend. So, yes.
Is it fair to say that Ms. Baker being home alone that night was a big deal to her?
I wouldn't say that was a big deal to her. I think she was just cutting up just since we were all leaving. She was just excited. She had things to do. She was going to the law library to see her friends or to study. We've all been alone in that house at some point. It was not unusual.
Is it true that you heard Ms. Baker ask Chris to come over that night after finding out that she was going to be home alone?
She asked, but she knew with his job that it was probably not likely. And so she was not surprised when he could not do it.
Okay. Thank you. After Ms. Baker's passing, you returned to the Deer Park home to gather your belongings.
I did.
And when you returned home, none of your jewelry was missing?
Nothing was missing in mine, no.
Your jars had not been rummaged through?
Nothing. Only the stuff you can tell from the firefighters.
Yes, ma'am. And is it fair to say that you had numerous items of value in your bedroom?
Yes.
Ms. Peavy, do you remember the layout of your Deer Park home?
I do.
Okay, you had your own bedroom and you had your own bathroom, is that right?
That's correct.
And you and Tara, this is probably clear, so forgive me, I just want to make it clear for the record, but you and Tara did not share the same bathroom.
We did not share the same bathroom.
Okay, you had your own toilet, shower, and bathtub.
Correct. But her bathroom did have the door open to the main room.
Say that again?
Her bathroom had the door open to the main room,
So she could actually
go through.
walk through her room and then go in her bathroom?
Yes.
On January 25th, 2001, Mr. Melton came to your home. Do you remember that?
Again, this was 25 years ago. I'm sure it happened.
And would you agree Ms. Baker was killed on January 19th, 2001?
I would agree to that, yes.
So you would not disagree that Mr. Melton was at your home within a week of Ms. Baker?
No, I would not disagree to that, no.
Do you remember on the day that he arrived to your home, he called the woman by the name of Miss Leah Tucker?
I do not.
Was seeing a summary of your statement to law enforcement refresh your recollection?
That's fine.
Court's indulgence. So I'm showing you what is going to be marked as Defense Exhibit 22. I'm showing you this for the purposes of refreshing your recollection. If you would, please look at page 2, paragraph 2, sentence 2 and 3.
Okay.
Your Honor, I just would ask Mr. Cruz to show me the exhibit before he shows it to the witness.
All right, that's appropriate. Mr. Cruz.
And again, Mrs. Peavy Hall, page 2, paragraph 2, sentence 2 through 3. And you can just read it silently, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Do you recall making that statement to law enforcement?
I do.
Okay. And that phone call to Ms. Leah Tucker occurred after 8:15 p.m. at night. Is that correct?
I did not see that on there, but
That is going to be paragraph 1 and 2.
okay.
Full paragraph 1, paragraph 2, sentence 2 through 3.
Yeah, I read that, but yes. So some around, I think on there it says sometime around 8 to 8:15. But yes, Leah Tucker was a cheerleader with him at Georgia College, and they were just really close friends. At the time, she was seeing someone as well.
Yes, ma'am. And Mr. Melton set up a dinner with her for 5:30 on Friday, January 26, 2001. Is that correct?
I do object again to relevance.
Ms. Cruz, care to respond to the objection?
Yes, ma'am. It goes to the evidence that we presented in our opening about Chris Melton's actions after Ms. Baker's death.
Okay, I'm going to overrule the objection. You may continue.
Repeat your question, please.
Yes, ma'am. Please forgive me. Mr. Melton set up a dinner with Ms. Leah Tucker for 5:30 p.m. on Friday, January 26th.
Okay.
Is that correct?
That's what it says in the statement. Yes, correct.
Okay. And we would agree this is at a week after Ms. Baker's death. Is that correct?
That's correct. But again, at this time, we were all reaching out to all of our friends and the people that cared about us at this time.
Yes, ma'am. And the
She knew
follow.
Tara as well.
I'm sorry.
She knew Tara as well.
Yes, ma'am. The next day, on January 26th, Chris called a young lady by the name of Holly Hufford from your home. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Chris set up a 1:30 p.m. lunch with Ms. Holly Hufford for January 26, 2021. Excuse me, 2001.
Okay,
Is that correct?
that sounds correct.
Well, not if it sounds correct. Is it correct? Do you recall making a statement based on a summary of your...
From what you have in front of me, yes.
Now, Ms. Peavy, Chris actually went to lunch with Ms. Hufford, right?
Yes.
And you know that because you joined Chris at the lunch with Ms. Hufford. Is that correct?
I don't remember that, but I'm sure I did.
If you'll look at page 3 of that document, we're going to start at paragraph 2, the first sentence. And after you read the first sentence, look up and I'll direct you to the next portion of that.
All right, say that one more time.
Yes, ma'am. Page 3,
Yes.
paragraph 2, the first sentence. Well, don't read it out loud. Just to refresh your recollection, you can read it to yourself. And after you read that sentence, look up and I'll direct you to the next sentence.
Okay.
All right, if you'll go to page 4 and read the 3rd through the 4th paragraph in full.
Okay.
All right, is it correct that you joined Chris at lunch with Ms. Hufford?
Yes, it says that my husband, Chris Hall, and I joined him.
Yes, ma'am. And during the lunch, you told law enforcement that Chris was flirting with Ms. Hufford. Is that correct?
Chris was very flirty to anyone he spoke to. That was just his personality type.
So is that a yes or a no?
I guess that was a yes, but he didn't mean it in any way that you would call being flirty. That was his personality.
Well, not what I mean. Were your words that...
Yes, those were my words.
And during lunch, Chris was also gently rubbing Hufford's lower back.
He might have been. Again, this is 25 years ago.
Sure. Would reading the summary of your statement refresh your recollection?
Probably would.
If you'll go to page 5 and starting at the last paragraph to the top of page 6. So start at page 5, last paragraph, read that paragraph to the top of page 6.
No, at the time, you have to remember I was very protective of Tara. She was my best friend. And even when I met Tara, Tara met my now husband, she didn't even like him. We were very protective of each other. So Chris, even just talking to another girl in my emotional state was the reason I was upset about him talking to any girl.
Yes, ma'am. My question is, during the lunch, was Chris gently rubbing...
Yes, he was gently rubbing her back.
And when you and your husband,
He was my boyfriend at the time, yes.
yes, ma'am. When you and Mr. Hall left, Chris continued to hang out with Ms. Hufford. Is that correct?
Yes.
May I approach you to retrieve that exhibit?
Yes.
Is that okay? And I still have free reign, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Thank you. Those are my questions. Thank you so much for your patience.
You're welcome.
Any redirect, Mr. Bolden?
Very, very briefly.
Go ahead.
Ms. Hall, there are a couple things I neglected to ask you yesterday.
Okay.
Are you aware, generally, with how the fire started at 160 Fawn Drive?
Yes, I am. They actually had me walk the scene that next day, or the day. And with walking, I noticed by the oven there were some fibers. It looked to be from, we realized it was from, I had a cream chenille blanket that was on the back of the chair that was next to Tara's door. And they had used that to start the fire on the oven. And we still saw.
I also neglected yesterday afternoon to ask you about the clock in Tara's room. Were you familiar with that clock?
Yes, it was a new clock, but it looked like an antique. It was a little, I guess, like a wooden stand clock with just a little clock face.
And to the best of your knowledge or recollection, was that clock functional?
Yes, it was brand new. Even she likes things that looked old, but this was a brand new object.
Then my last question, Ms. Hall, is do you remember in the days following the fire and Tara's death, providing samples of your hair to law enforcement?
Yes, I mean, we would do anything they asked us just to make sure they could proceed and find out who did this to our friend.
Thank you, ma'am. That's all I have.
Any recross, Mr. Cruz?
No, ma'am.
May this witness be excused.
I'd ask that she be excused.
All right. And is she under subpoena from you, Mr. Cruz?
I believe so, so I would ask that she remains on call.
All right. But you're okay with her leaving today? No objection to that?
Correct. Once we have 24-hour notice, we need to.
All right. Thank you. You are